Hello and welcome to the 4Q channel. Today I'm going to be cooking a dish called a peperonata, which basically is root vegetables that are cooked in an Italian sauce. So to start off, we're going to use at least half a cup of olive oil and we're going to slice some fine eggplant. You can use a whole eggplant, half an eggplant, depends on how many you're cooking for. But all we want to be doing is getting these slices of eggplant just browned off. I find the thinner you cut them, easier and quicker they cook. And yeah, just looking for a little bit of color on the eggplant itself. To that, I'm just adding just a touch of salt and a touch of pepper. Basically just to start the seasoning process. You'll find with eggplant, normally, yeah, they do have a bitter taste, but here, because we're cutting fine, shouldn't be an issue. Next, I'm throwing in some sliced onion, and again, we're just cooking that off. And to this, just to add to the pan, I'm just every now and again chicken stock liquid to it, just so that nothing burns. It's okay, and we're starting to see I'm getting a bit more color here. Next, I've chopped some garlic. Normally I'd sort of mince my garlic, but with this dish I find if you just slice the garlic really fine, it works really, really well. And again, you can put 1 clove, 2 clove. I try and stick to roughly about 2 cloves of garlic. Next, I'm throwing in some mushrooms, 2 or 3 mushrooms. This will serve roughly around about 2 people. Again, mushrooms don't take too long to cook. So just as long as they're starting to just give off a bit of colour. Next, I'm using my favourite Italian tomato can. It's Morti. It's called Morti. And with that, yeah, look, I'm roughly going to use 3/4 of a can. Again, as I'm adding chicken stock liquid to this, you'll see that, yeah, you want it saucy but not too dry. Next, I've roasted some capsicums. Now there is a video that I'll be doing on how to roast capsicums. I tend to like my skin off the capsicum. Some people, prefer putting it on. Again, I'm using my favorite chicken stock powder. That, look, probably a teaspoon of a Marcel chicken stock, and again, that'll give it a little bit more taste, a bit more flavour. Obviously putting some salt, pepper, just to adjust. Last but not least, I'm adding some fried potatoes. Yes, I pre-fried these potatoes just before commencing the video. Cut them fine, bit of olive oil, fry them off, and then throw them in. It's a dish that's supposed to cook fast. You don't want to sort of be sitting around with this dish for too long. The thicker you make potatoes, the longer they take to cook. Next, I'm going to put a little lid on it, and I'm going to come back and plate up. Okay, to plate up, basically I've got the bum part of the bread. I've dug that out, and you're left with a nice little vacant hole, like a cave entrance. Yes, I did put that in the oven. The heat just stiffens up the bread so it sits up a bit better. And then I'm adding the peperonata into the cave of the bread. Yeah, just enough to fill it up. Like I said, you can eat this whole and cut it in half, share it. This is a dish my dad used to make when he was going to work in the mornings. And it was beautiful to have it for lunch. Adding a bit more olive oil, and look, there you go. It's a very, very simple dish. And last but not least, I do sprinkle a little bit of Parmesan cheese. You know how I feel about Parmesan cheese. And like we always say, if you like my videos, please subscribe. And if someone says you can't cook this, just say fork you. Till the next time, take care